see what we can do here. Crab emoji. And they appear to have first turn. Alright, grab Yorion. Ooh, the illicit one land hand. Nope, this is a no-go. Alright, this is workable. Workable 6 here. So, do we keep early interaction with the Bring? I think we get rid of one of our Vanishing Verses here. This gives us versatility. We can answer a monocolored permanent, we can answer a small creature if it's aggro, and we... Oh! So is it another... Okay, it's either humans or it's another blue-white in Soul deck. So I'll play this first, because this leads us to our turn 2 Helix. Alright, mono white humans it appears. So, can we dodge a Thalia? If Thalia comes out, we probably just drop our Fabled Passage to buy time. Oh. No Thalia. Interesting. Right, let's go with this. Pass back. They're going to draw. In light of them drawing, I'm going to pop this now so they don't have protection. Okay. See what our opponent goes with. Third land. Wedding announcement. Okay. An untapped. Well, that's actually perfect here. So let's pass back. We'll see what our opponent does. Wow, that's a different human token. Alright, they're just going straight to combat. So we'll let that happen. Hit for 1. Do they have a follow-up? No. Oh, wait, my stops are messed up. Oops. Okay. We'll let them keep the humans. Right, so let's get a blue to complete 5 colors. And I think I'm going to start with a Wandering Mind here. See if we can find a good spell. There's both our Amelias. So I think we'll take Cram Session here. If they're aggro based or token based, we should be able to just hang with some other options. 5 mana. 5 mana and attacking in. I'm happy to trade here. Again, nothing from my opponent. Alright, so we have all 5 lands, so let's go to our... Well, our opponent has nothing else. We have a second Bring to Light here. Do we want to just grab Reborn, or do we want to go into Valki? Good options either way here. I'm going to just grab Reborn. I think it's better if we put a presence on the board, see what their interaction space is like. Whew, that was a good, good sploo. We'll get rid of one of the Cram Sessions. We'll hold on to the Supreme Verdicts in case they splurge their hand onto the field and we can't go far enough to get it. Eternal Wanderer. Interesting. Are you blinking my Wanderer? He knows that's gonna just give me more Niv activations, right? You know what? Not going to question it. Let's grab another black here so we have multiple blacks. You know, if that's the plan they're going to go down, we'll go a different route. Let's just go Bring to Light. We'll grab Valki, flip him into a Tybalt, and start plussing to steal stuff from them. Ah, is this Wanderer tribal? That would be interesting if it was. So Vanishing Verse is good, Kellen's good. Okay, so let's get rid of you. And... sorry, Kellen. But they're going to just draw us naturally into our combo here. Let's see if they do. Okay, again with exiling. I'm okay. Get Lost kills Tybalt. So I guess then we just play this land, Vanishing Verse this Wanderer. Then I guess we can break out, see if we find anything. We find an Edgar. It's pretty fun. That's hard for them to deal with. And then I think we just pass it back. They returned our Niv. Super nice of them. Okay, we have a Scorn in exile. Need to get rid of 3. Cosmic Rebirth's great here because it can grab stuff from the graveyard. Okay, Bring to Light. And we'll hold on to this Abrupt Decay. We'll get rid of a Cram Session. I'm not used to having triple Niv activations from an opponent here. Get Lost on Niv. I'm okay with that. So far they haven't really... oh, they mono white Devotion then. Interesting. How do I want to proceed with this? You know what? We'll just... we could have saved it, but you know what? We'll just kill this, just to spare us some time. Play another land. Let's start with... let's throw Amelia down. Then I think we pass, holding up. Maps are sorcery speed, aren't they? So I think we get rid of the blue here and just... we'll explore once with her. What's this? Vanishing Verse. That's going to be good for an answer to something they've got, so we'll keep that on top. See what they do on their turn. So this is like a mono white Devotion. Okay, they pass. So this is, I'm guessing, Emperor Tribal. Let's bring in Soul Searchers again, see if they do something. Oh, our opponent has disconnected, so this could be a very short game. Let's bring in Slaughter Games and... what are we taking out? Clarion, maybe? There's a lot of good stuff in the deck. Guess we'll go down one of the combo pieces, one of the other combo pieces. We'll go down one of these Soul Searches just in case. Actually no, let's bring back in the Slaughter Games. Let's put the combo back in. Because a huge amount of life could get us out of the way, particularly if they're just an aggro. Like mono white Devotion aggro. Vanishing Verse is a must keep. I'll take out one of the breakouts. Let's see how that goes. So our opponent has disconnected, which means that we could just... Let's go to game details. No, return to game. We can't check the active feed to see if he's come back. I'm going to assume this is a legitimate disconnect and not a salty disconnect. It's very rare you get, like... Well, there's no incentive to do anything like roping on a Modo. Let's pour a drink while we wait. Pour one out for bad internet. Let's see. There we go. Interesting thing, I wonder if this counts towards the inactivity timer. But this is a good example of, I've mentioned previously, why I think we should have a system like this in Arena as opposed to the rope system. Because if you lose connection in Arena, and say you have computer issues or your kid knocks over the modem, by the time you reconnect, there's been 2 turns and they think you can just return to the game. You cannot return to the game after losing 2 turns. You might as well just quit. Alright, so first things first, let's check this. Let us check the game log. And our opponent has straight up left. He's not rejoined here. I'll still post this, because you know what? It's fun to see other people's actions. But like I said, this is a good example though of why I think the system is superior. If this is a genuine disconnection issue for our opponent, they have a substantial window to return to it. Now, you might say, oh, but that's unfair. Here's the deal. In a ranked game, or a tournament game, this is an acceptable buffer for someone. In these casual games, if I didn't feel like holding onto this clock, I could just leave. I lose nothing from quitting out of a casual game. Goes down in a record that nobody cares about. That's the thing I think a lot of people put way more merit into, particularly in online games, is it doesn't, like, even the rank stuff doesn't mean anything. And I know that they're trying to get the whole faster play thing, because I think from a design perspective, they want it to be, oh, even if the opponent's disconnected, we don't want to feel like they're sitting there for 3 minutes waiting. We want them to take a turn and do something. Well, yeah, I suppose, you know, and from a design perspective, that doesn't think. But honestly, after experiencing like connection issues myself, due to storms we had this winter, it's changed my perspective on it. I honestly just feel annoyed when a opponent disconnects, and that's not from like malice or anything. That is just like purely from the fact that I'm sitting there going, oh, I hope they're not struggling to reconnect, because if I've took a whole turn and they haven't entered, it makes me feel really bad. That's why I think, like, yeah, this system's a bit more annoying, but it's definitely, for my opinion, superior. So, a lot of people have been asking how I'm finding Call of Mana, like a lot of my friends, because they know me in the store as the Niv player. Been loving it. Breakout has been a pretty good start for me. In Commander, Insidious Roots and Chalk Outline have revolutionized one of my decks, and I love it. Of course, there's a new Niv-Mizzet, and it sucks. I mean, I've put it in one of my commander decks, and that is the pure creature deck, because that's the only one where I feel like it could do something. I won't play it in any kind of constructed, I don't think. There would have to be... The only way I would play the multicolored protection Niv in constructed is literally if we end up in a Modern Horizons 3 comes out and all the new free spells are like multicolored, so you can pitch one card or the other, but they're multicolored spells. Because apart from that, why would you want protection from multicolored? I mean, yeah, maybe a mirror match, I suppose. Actually, now I'm talking myself into a sideboard card. But that's good for sounding it out. Right, our opponent is going to sadly time out on us, I believe, in the next less than a minute. So I'll keep this in for the little rant, and also just for the sake of showing how I think this probably is a better example of how to do it. Like, imagine if we both paid to be in an event here. You know, we put gems or gold in it. Now, yeah, this looks bad for me, but here's the deal. I've played to be in the event, and if my opponent then suddenly just doesn't connect, then, you know, good for them. But we're going to cut off the recording here for a laugh.